Okay, you can see this is my tent here. I'm hiking in San Diego County, San Diego, California. Well, I'm saving for a mobile home and also saving to move out of the state of California once the legal issues have been taken care of. And that could take up to 2 years because you better believe they'll fight me. I'm a target victim and activist concerned in the crimes of organized stalking. Last night, these individuals that hike out 150 feet away from me, you would not believe the gang stalking harassment that they subjected me to last night. Now, I'm just going to briefly say this because I'm getting a late start to my day because they kept me up till 1:30 in the morning last night. And the only reason why they stopped is because it rained. You can see today's date is October 29, 2013 at 10:01 a.m. And basically what these organized stalking managers are doing is using a bunch of homeless people. And I've already made videos concerning these skanks. What they did, they set them up about 150 feet. Now, I want you to look over here. This is a crevice right here. I'm on totally, completely level ground. And this is a crevice right here. And then once it goes down to that crevice, it's got a little itty-bitty reservoir thing right there. It's basically for water drainage when it rains and stuff like that. They're on the other side, about 150 feet away. But there's a trail. And the reason why I know there's a trail, or a trail they developed from their hiking area, that brings them to further closely to my hiking area. And that's done so they can get over on that ledge and repeat words and phrases loudly all night long and laugh about them. And what they're basically doing is saying gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalker, oh my god, and then they laugh continuously and non-stop. And when I noticed that they were clearing the area over off the ledge that they walked to from their hiking area, I had to put up these black weatherization sheets, which cannot be seen from off the hill there or the neighbors because of the brush and everything. But I literally had to put all the, can you believe that I literally had to put this up because of the skanks they're using to harass me 150 feet away. And they're nothing but the neighborhood homeless people they're using. That's right, and God only knows what they're being paid off with. And they did this last night non-stop. Non-stop. Now again, their area is about 100 feet away, 150 feet away. But where they're hiking at, on the other side of that ravine where the water's at, see, because they're on the, let me show you. You see that cliff over there? Well, the water is right down there, right past where you see that this level ground ends at. There's a little itty-bitty area where the water runs through it. They're on the other side where that cliff's at, except where they're at, the cliff has tapered off. You hear 'em? Okay. So anyways, where they're at, the cliff has tapered off into somewhat of a level ground. They position themselves on that area and then cleared brush so they can be right perpendicular to or parallel to on the other side. So I hear their harassment every night. And it's done repetitively and non-stop in order to make me notice it. Okay? And the words they're saying are designed to make me notice it by them literally saying gang stalker. They literally repeat gang stalker, oh my god, gang stalker, and then laugh about it. And then just continue to do it. And it's designed to make me hear it in this tent. Now the same method is utilized around me along all my routes. And I got over 700, more than likely approaching 800 audio files by now of it happening. Now, another thing, you can go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and property owners. That's right. Now, think about this. They're also getting individuals to ride their bikes by on the sidewalk and will say gang stalker and or oh my god. They've also had these individuals at least 3 times and a couple individuals ride their bikes by and say the following: gang stalker, why don't you come and steal our stuff? Then at UCSD, they had 2 students on 2 separate dates in late June and early July walk by me and say, gang stalker, why don't you go and steal our stuff? That tells me the same manager is managing this harassment because of the identical threat. Okay? That's right. In response to it, I hid my things here at this hiking area totally and completely out of sight. Their whole goal might be to steal some of it. I come home, notice that it's stolen. Then as a result of me knowing that they're part of this campaign, by literally having them repeat the name of the crime that's happening to me, which is the same exact harassment I experienced along all my routes, caught on audio file. Wide open happening on audio file, including it happening at UCSD. That's right. So they believe that when I come home and notice the property gone, that I would approach them. They would start acting all hyper and saying, "What are you, crazy woman?" and stuff like that. Because this, I'm going to tell you something right now. Rattlesnakes don't commit suicide, which means that they're never going to admit that they're involved in this harassment. Of course they're not. Organized stalking and gang stalking operates on deceit, secrecy, and lies. And then, as a result of them not only lying about it to your face, they'll also call you crazy to your face. And if they do this, they believe I'll go over there and approach them, since they've already deliberately and intentionally anchored themselves to this campaign by what they're doing, repeating gang stalking. They believe I'll go over and approach them, and then see a lot of organized stalking and gang stalking in reference to how they're able to craft the harassment around the target, is that they got to know where a target's at in real time. And since they know they stole my property, they believe once I notice it that I'll go over to them and approach them about it. That's right. They get on their cell phone and say, "Okay, she's here." They then place a witness who acts like they're in the area just jogging. That's right, and then they're used to call the police. That's right. The whole goal is to get away with the theft of the property and to cause an eviction of me from this area. They'll also use neighbors, any neighbors up off the hill or over there, or anybody who's acting like they're just in the area for normal appearing reasons, like going for a jog, a bicycle ride, walking their dog, walking their infant, car breaking down, getting pulled over by the police. These are the methods of gang stalking, literally. They're called street theaters and gang stalking. Google it. Staged witnesses, everything. Okay? Theft of property. Property owners. Do you honestly think that the individuals who are in the system that are perpetrating this crime don't know that I'm here? How are they able to craft the harassment of me here if they didn't know I was here? And since these same individuals who have a power position in the community, they can easily deduce this address, who owns the property. I could find out who owns this property just by going online. That's right. They contact the landlord and say, "Look, this woman's involved," because part of the way that they can get so many different Duke community members to harass a target is based on slandering the target. Go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger." You'll see an individual standing outside of a market waving a badge to individuals who are going into the market to buy things. He approaches those individuals and tells them a lie about a woman who's in the market to get them to do things for him based on the power position of the badge, even though it's a fake one, and a lie. And that's in part how gang stalking operates. That's why the "Listen to a Stranger" video is literally dedicated to exposing how gang stalking operates. So what I do is I basically predict what they might do based on what they've already done, like anchoring the fear, "Why don't you come and steal our stuff?" And based on me looking at what their objectives are, and then looking how can they bring about their objectives in order to be able to bring about to cause the effect and to apply plausible deniability concerning the truth of the matter. Like, anybody could have stole her property when she was gone. Anybody could have. Bullshit, because where it's hidden at, they literally have to know where it's hidden at, because it's totally and completely out of sight. That's right. That's right. They might even use the excuse after they steal and say, "Well, how were we supposed to know that it was hidden there?" The whole goal is to bait the target to approach them, so the incident can transpire and escalate, and escalate, so the staged witness or them call the police. That's right, or the property owner, or both. My name is Leslie Williams, and I expose the methods of these criminalities in order for you to be able to see the truth of the matter, and I also predict what might occur before it occurs. Also, we're going to see if any problems transpire at UCSD on any date. I'm being gang stalked on UCSD campus like you would not believe. I'm also being gang stalked at the Ross grocery store off of Villa La Jolla Plaza on my way to it. That's right, while I'm there. We're also going to see if they steal my bike or damage it anywhere I go. Any business I go to, any university I go to, this area. That's right. Alright, I gotta go. I showed you today's date. In reference to showing you a video picture of my cell phone. Also, if I come home, because I'm preparing to move from here. This is the 4th hiking area I've been gang stalked to. Now pay attention to this. My last hiking area, I was literally making video pictures at that hiking area in 2012, stating that individuals are getting up on the sidewalk, going by and saying gang stalking. Now check it out. I moved over here between 40 and 50 miles from that area, and I have caught that identical method happening here. I've also caught it happening along all my routes, which shows the duration of this crime just in one calendar year. Think about this. If somebody makes a video in 2012 at a separate location 40 miles away. And when they made the video, they showed their picture of their cell phone, which showed the date and the time electronically. Then they stated that the gang stalking expedition is putting individuals on the sidewalk to walk by and say gang stalking. That's their way to harass you by reminding you you're a victim of the crime, by getting around you and literally repeating the name of it. Those videos were uploaded in 2012. I then leave that area, come all the way over here 40 miles away, and the same method is not only happening here, but it's also happening along all my routes, and it's already been caught, and there's at least 50 videos online showing the tape recording of it being said around me. And that's the 50 videos that are online, at least, are not even 0.001% of the audio files I got. Over 700 separate audio files. This is my way to show this crime is happening, the duration of it, the tactics and methods used, so I can expose the gross negligence of duty of the San Diego Police Department for not filing one police report concerning the victimization that's happening to me. They gotta have an answer. See, common sense dictates there's got to be a reason why they won't make a police report to anybody that's got the ability to engage in common sense. And that's not including deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning, analytical processing, and so on and so forth. All you got to do is ask yourself this common sense question. Why will not the San Diego police make a police report this crime's happening to me, especially since I offered them the huge amount of evidence that I have? Why? Who are they protecting? The businesses they've used, the universities they've used, the public libraries they used. If I come home on any date and there's a trespass notice put on this tent, it's their way to motivate me to move here before I'm prepared to move here. Because they believe the physical exhaustion of me having to hurry up and move everything I own to another hiking area will aid and abet in the physical exhaustion, while they're expediting all the tactics that produce the mental exhaustion. Basically what they're trying to do, they're making women homeless and then trying to break them mentally, emotionally, financially, and physically. That's why I'm saying let's see if my bike gets stolen. Because in order to move, I use the handlebars and the basket to put the duffel bags of the property that I'm moving to the next place. If I don't have the bike, it'll cost me money to buy a new one, or if I walk the property to these other areas, that'll wear me out physically, because the closest bus stop to this area is 2 miles. Can you imagine carrying 40 pounds of a property 2 miles? And that's not including the walking distance from when I get to these places to where the place is, and then where I plan on camping at that place. The whole goal in gang stalking is to wear you out mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, physiologically, and financially, while trying to bait you to act out in reference to the harassment so they can call you crazy, a threat to yourself or others, or mentally ill. That's right, or involved in illegal or criminal activity. These are the methods of these expeditions. And I'm here today to tell you, fellow American citizens, I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. I mind my own business everywhere I go, okay? And they put these criminal, homeless assholes that they're literally using them to employ the same exact harassment that's already caught on audio file at this hiking area. In closing, go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. He says he's harassed everywhere he goes, even at his own home. Alright, thank you. Sorry I'm saying thank you real fast, but I'm running out of video time. Alright, have a good day.